Hey boys and girls, it's that time again. It's been a long time. So I'm going to play a 3-minute game on chess.com. And what's my rating? Up. Let's lower the volume of the moves and get it going. MWP Chess. He's a field master from the Ukraine. He's rated 2554. Which is very strong. What about e5? Okay. I actually like this variation. If he goes g6, I basically know what to do. If he goes bishop e7, it's a little bit different. But nonetheless, I think I will employ a similar plan. I will go here. I will take on f6. And I will play for control of the d5 square. That was the plan. But this move, I'll just go back. But then he goes f5. Okay, I'll do it anyway. I don't know why. Goes to c7. He might go d5 now at some stage, setting up. Well, okay. I mean, it's a nice maneuver, but he isn't really controlling d4. I can always play e3. That's what I mean. It's not like the d5 square. And here I'll no, then I'll take away my square. I'll actually go e3 here, and I'll take, and b4 is coming next. Bishop h3. I'll go rook e1. Don't want to trade bishops, so bishop g2 was the other option. Can actually maybe just win this pawn. Can he play queen a5? He can, but will he? Will he? Let's probe a little bit. Let's see where he puts the queen. I mean, he can blunder with queen a6, knight c7, and he can go back. When I can sort of wuss out. Threatening to take, or go knight d5 again. So now I can take a draw, which is kind of wimpy. So we won't do that. I'm not in love with my position, but I mean, it's okay. Well, actually, now I have some ideas of knight takes e7, so he backtracks with the bishop. Maybe knight b6. Let's see what he does at least. I mean, this guy, it's not a great piece. Now I'm trying to take, and that does nothing. I'll go back. A lot of back and forth here, but we're sort of probing here. And at some point I will have to start thinking about time edge here. 95, I wasn't worried about this. Can play here. And when he goes back, which he probably will. Why didn't I take it though? Why didn't I just take and okay, my rook is hanging. That might be why. Okay, now takes, rook takes. Okay, rook e2. This rook can swing over and it's not on pre anymore. And I can actually take here. And I will. He has to take with the rook. And I'll take it. And take here. Because now my rook on e1 is not hanging. If it takes on a3, this is attacked. But is it enough for anything? I'm not sure. It may or may not be. Queen c6. Attacking this guy. I don't think he can give that up. Oh, he gives it up. He just gives it up. I'm never gonna give you up. I don't see any back rank issues at the moment. ATM. But king g2 nonetheless. Maybe f4 was a move. Maybe f4 was the way to go. No, it's okay. This I will take and rook here. Now I'm threatening to take on e4 and to give back rank mate if he takes on e4. So what can he do? What can he do? Like queen c1, bishop takes e4. Rook d8 looks fishy. I'll go here and then take on e4. Because his bishop was attacked, he had to attend to the attacked bishop. Here maybe? Let's just go here. I almost had a very vicious idea there, but it didn't work. Bishop here. Oh, bishop somewhere. I have to be careful. Okay, but I have this. f2 was hanging. Maybe I could have taken and it's not mate. g6. I can take this and give some checks. And okay, I might have to play for time now. It's actually not so clear, which is kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. I'm up a pawn though, right? I'm gonna go for this. I mean, double pass pawns. I mean, come on. Oops. Do have this, so. It's a nice feature to stack the pre-moves. I love it. I love it. So nice return. We haven't played in a while, so it's good to get off to a nice start here. And as always on this channel, I analyze the games afterwards. So just a moment while I set it up. Okay, so now we have the analysis board set up. I'm not going to use a computer, I'm just going to give you my thoughts. Because anybody can look at the game with a computer and it will, you know, bias the thoughts. So I played c4, which I do most of the time. If you have watched my channel, you play c5, the symmetrical English. I fianchetto. And he goes e5 immediately. The main line of this particular setup, this is usually played as the so-called bot-winning setup, and then you put a knight here, you put the other one here, and the bishop goes to g7. I feel like with a knight on f6, in some, especially if you got g6, it's a little bit worse because white can play these bishop g5 ideas. In the game, he played an interesting line, interesting idea. Let's see. Okay, knight c3, d6, knight to f3, knight to c6. e4 is premature. Let's see if, because I just attack it. 3 attackers, 1 defender. You can't add another defender. Knight c6, castles, bishop e7. And here I have to choose, you know, d3 or to go with this plan of rook b1 and a3 immediately. I went with d3. I was a little bit, you know, not worried, but wary of him going d5 and playing for such a line. Some kind of a Maroczy bind with these pawns. But it didn't. He castled, and now after bishop g5 it's too late. That's one of the ideas, or reasons why I played bishop g5. I didn't want an early d5. The other idea was to just go for this maneuver immediately, knight to e1, and from there to c2. And once I go to e1, I also open up for the bishop. Hello? Hello? Okay. And And what that does is add, you know, an extra guide to d5. So I could have played 91, but I played bishop d5, and he didn't want me to take on f6, which is one of the ideas. Because once I take on f6, I'm removing a defender of d5, and this reinforces my grip on this d5 square. So 98 was clever. Also, his pawns are all on black squares, so he doesn't mind trading the black squared bishops. So I guess I could take, but I went with this, bishop d2, knight c7, a3. The standard plan is to go for b4. Knight to e6, rook to b1. I'm going for b4, so therefore he plays a5. So this is this kind of setup. It's a restrictive setup by black. He's trying to play against, you know, these two are clamping down on the d4 square. I'm not playing d4, and c5 and a5 are played against b4. So I'm trying in return. Okay, of course I get some squares here that I can use and play around with, but I'm trying to play b4. Knight d5, and you see the bishop on d2. It's often played there, so I didn't mind backing from g5 to d2 because often the bishop is supporting the b push, the b pawn push. So I was fine with that. Knight e to d4, and here, yeah, I played e3. I could take on d4, but I feel like this is sort of a, you know, superfluous knight. Both of them want to be on d4, so why give this knight the square that it wants? So e3, because now this knight doesn't have a whole lot of squares. I mean, I take b4 away, I take d4 away, and his own pawns are stopping him in his mobility. So bishop h3, and since my bishop is quite good here on f3, I'm gonna get there eventually. It's a nice diagonal. I don't want to play bishop to g2 to trade, so I'll play rook e1, a4. And this is played against b4. If he doesn't play this, I am more or less ready to play b4, right? So he's preventing that. Now if I play b4, he takes, and my a pawn is weak in return. This is actually what happened in the game, but that was the only way I thought to go forward. So okay, here I played knight c3. The idea is, okay, I'm simply attacking the pawn on a4, and if he does nothing, I will just take it. Then I will come back, I will play for b4, and I have no particular weaknesses, so I'm very happy with this. But he played queen a5, protecting the pawn. Now I have a discovery with a knight, but nothing that threatens anything, so I want knight b5, queen to b6, and here I didn't see a way forward. And actually I might have repeated. No, I didn't go. I went to c3 only twice. So knight c3, queen a5, back to d5. Went to b5 the other time. So I could repeat now with knight c3, but like I said, I mean, I must be better here. A little bit, not much. So b4. And the idea here, okay, he must take. Otherwise, if he does nothing, I will take on c5, and he will have a weak pawn here, a weak pawn here. So this is better. So at least here, we're trading weaknesses. He has b7, I have a3. b7 is more easily attacked because, okay, I also have this bishop here. There will be some tactics with a knight. And I can fairly easily go bishop c1 if I need to protect my pawn. So rook a7 was played to protect this guy. Queen to b1, attacking it, bishop c8. Yeah, let's go back with queen b1. Could I have taken on e7? No, not really. Note that I can like take on e7 here. And okay, if knight takes, I take on b7. And if queen takes, I can give him this double pawn. But this is not, even though the pawns are doubled, this is not what I want. I've given up my monster light squared bishop. I'm left with this, which doesn't have much to do. And I've potentially fatally weakened my king. I don't want to do that. So keep up the pressure. That's the name of the game here. Knight b6, bishop e6, knight d5. Probing a little bit. If he had gone back to c8 and probably like bishop c1, rook e2 to b2. Just trying to maximize the pieces and their pressure somehow. But he took on d5. And I think, you know, it gives me quite a good bishop here to play around with, you know, because it's, you know, it hits b7 and in some cases f7 as well. Knight a5. Could have maybe taken, but like I said, in some lines my rook is hanging, so I just kept the pressure. King h8, rook e2, and now f5. He's trying to get some counterplay, but looks like it's too little too late. I could have maybe kept up the pressure somehow, but this seemed nice here. I just take and I'm winning a pawn. And now attack d6. So if he defends it, let's say, well, how do you defend it? Let's say rook d8 or something. Then I have to find a way forward. Maybe a4. That was one of my ideas, just to protect the pawn like this. Maybe rook a2. Get behind the pawn, but that's a bit vulnerable though. He can play like queen e1 check, attack the rook from here later. So I don't know. Maybe this was... I think this gave me too much. I think I must be just much better here now. He played rook e8. Maybe I can play f4. Takes, g takes. Maybe. He played e4. Okay, now we're in time trouble, and now it's just another weak pawn. I win the pawn. I was attacking the bishop. No good way to defend both, so I take. And here I didn't find the best way to finish things off. Bishop f7 was maybe too artificial, as we say. Okay, one point is that I really don't have to do anything. I'm up 2 pawns, this is completely winning. But the one thing I should not do is to allow counterplay, and I kind of did do that here at the bishop d4. He's hitting f2. There is a chance though I can just take this. I did mention this during the game because it's not mate. I mean, it looks bad, but I don't see the mate. Okay, you can play h5. Let's see, okay, maybe just here. There's a check here, but I can interpose. I am up a piece, and if you give me a turn, then you know, I'm checkmating. So maybe I should have just, this was the most clinical way. But instead I went bishop f5, looked safe, g6. Yeah, now, meh. Queen e3 is probably a better way to do this, or start checking. And queen e3 check now, that's what I should have played. King somewhere and just take or whatever. Yeah, move the king and something like this. Now I'm 3 pawns up, and I'm covering this. So okay, the rest wasn't really important. Wow, I can play queen e3 again. But king c2, queen e3 I could have played again. I'm a pawn up. Instead I went for this. Yeah, that was not a good decision. Okay, but I thought I would win on time anyway. I'm not sure this is winning. It might be winning still. Because I can go for the other side as well if I want. But this was not the best technique. But now it's just completely winning, and the rest was just, you know, random pre-move stuff. Okay, I did set up, found some safe pre-moves, and then I just set up the what is this? I just set up the lawnmower, queen f6. Then you just pre-move promotion, queen g7, queen f8. Yes, very nice. So, thank you for watching. Please support the channel, you know, like the video, leave some comments, subscribe if you haven't, and you know, there's a big playlist of live Blitz games and plenty of other things to look at here, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.